Okay. Good afternoon. So the Secretary General will brief you on today's meeting, and then we'll take questions both from here in the press room and remotely. Secretary General.
So, good afternoon. NATO foreign ministers have just concluded a discussion on Russia. We were joined by our close partners Finland and Sweden, as well as by EU High Representative Vice President Borrell. While our relationship with Russia remains very difficult, our meeting today demonstrates strong agreement among allies and with our partners. Despite years of pressure and efforts to engage in a meaningful dialogue, Russia has increased its pattern of repressive behavior at home and aggressive behavior abroad. In Russia, we still see violent oppression of political dissent, and we call for the immediate release of Alexei Navalny and other peaceful demonstrators who have been arrested. Abroad, Russia undermines and destabilizes its neighbors, including Ukraine, Georgia, and the Republic of Moldova. It supports the crackdown on Belarus and tries to interfere in the Western Balkans region. Russia continues its wide-ranging military build-up, from the Baltic to the Black Sea, in the Middle East and North Africa, and from the Mediterranean to the Arctic. Allies have called out Russia's disinformation and propaganda in its efforts to influence elections, cyber attacks, and its use of chemical weapons against political opponents, both at home and on our territory. NATO's response is firm and consistent. In response to Russia's actions, NATO has implemented the biggest reinforcement of our collective defense in a generation. We have stepped up our hybrid and cyber defenses. We will remain vigilant. And we will continue to work with the EU and our close partners to make sure that we respond to Russia's actions together. Allies agree we should continue to review and adapt our deterrence and defense, including when it comes to the growing Russian missile threat. Our dual-track approach combines strong deterrence and defense with openness to dialogue. All allies remain firmly committed to nuclear arms control, and all allies welcome the recent decision to extend the New START treaty. This must be the beginning of an effort to further strengthen international nuclear arms control. We see that Russia continues to deploy new and destabilizing nuclear weapons. We need agreements that cover more weapons and more nations like China. So the arms control regime must take account of new realities. NATO has a strong and long-standing commitment to arms control, disarmament and non-proliferation. And we remain a unique platform for Europe and North America to consult on the future of arms control, because it helps to preserve peace. And with that, I'm ready to take your questions.